we're continuing our adventure as we head towards our campsite here on day 4. We got our tribe trailer. We're going to be doing base camping during this trip, if you haven't noticed already, if you've watched the previous videos. So we're going to head to a campsite and set up and then run some trails from there. It's a lot of fun, and it means we don't have to carry as much gear in the vehicle, making it a little lighter and making some of the obstacles a little easier to go over. So let's keep going and head to our campsite. On our way to our next campsite, we are on a trail called Locomotive Point. And along the way, there's a couple very cool stops you want to make with some really nice petroglyphs. So we're going to stop, take in the scenery here, see what we can find, and then continue on our way.
It's right here, I told you. The whole wall.
We made it to our camp, and this place is absolutely gorgeous. We're all set up, and this place kind of reminds me of the dollhouse in the Maze District of Canyonlands National Park. So I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to show you around, because I think this place is phenomenal. It's day 5 here in the San Rafael Swell in Utah. We are having a great time, except last night. It was really, really windy for hours and hours last night. But we wake up, it's a little overcast. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's only going to be in like the 70s. Should be absolutely terrific. We've got a big day in store. I think we're gonna go up Devil's Racetrack, which iconic trail here in the Swell. We cannot miss that. It's gonna be a great adventure, but there is a lot more. We have several days left out here. So we're hitting as much as we possibly can. We got breakfast cooking, we got coffee ready. Just need to get our asses up and going and hit the trails.
Not too many arches you can get inside. Or
walk across.
even walk across. Right?
You should come check this out. It's pretty cool.
Careful, sweetie. Hey, don't go there. No. Somebody was using it as a bathroom. Don't come here. Don't come here.
Oh no.
Hey. Okay. Okay.
Buddy. We're getting started on the main section of the Devil's Racetrack now. We should be in for a lot of fun with some rocks, some ledges, some steps, some waterfalls, all kinds of cool things to see. So we are really looking forward to this. We've been wanting to do this for a long time, and now we're here.
Okay, now straighten out. There you go.
Passenger. And now start turning. Yes. And now back passenger. Hold on. No, you're not. No, no. You have to back up and line up. Driver. Driver. Climb up. Passenger. Passenger. Don't change. Straight. Go straight. Straight.
You may be wondering, why did we take Bagheera, our Gladiator, if we're base camping with our trailer? Well, it's because Optimus, our JL, is back at home with a leaking front axle seal that we didn't have time to get fixed before the trip. So we're just having a blast with the Gladiator and seeing how well it performs off-road.
You're coming in a step right here, right now. And you start coming down. Scary, wait over there. Just go in the middle. Slow, you're at the ledge. Slow. Slow. Okay. Keep going on me. And you're at the big drop over here. Okay. Slow. And now start tuning driver. Driver.
Now, there's two things you need to know about the San Rafael Swell. One, it's known for the abundance of off-roading trails in the area, from mild to extremely wild, something for everybody out here. But the other thing it's known for is the amazing views. There are canyons, there are cliffs, there are deserts, there is so much to see out here. It is just mind-boggling how pretty this place is. Easily one of our top 5 places to go in terms of scenic views. And we hope you're enjoying it as well. That overlook was phenomenal. Gotta say, absolutely gorgeous. We totally are digging this place, but it's time to get back to some wheeling. Now this is Katerina's first time with our Gladiator, we call Bagheera, driving it off-road. So she wanted to get some more time behind the wheel because it's a little different than Optimus, which is a JL, because it has the longer wheelbase, higher center of gravity. It just feels a little bit different when you're doing these obstacles. But she is doing an absolutely bang-up job out here, and we are loving every minute of it. Okay, you're on the edge. Come on down. You're gonna hit skid plates. Okay, back end's coming down. You're gonna kiss the bumper. I want to give a little shout out to the ladies out there that watch this. If Katerina can learn to drive, there's no reason why you can't learn to drive. You know, it is a lot of fun to being behind the wheel of a vehicle. A couple years ago, she had no experience and she goes at her own pace and she has a blast. So I highly recommend you get behind the wheel of your vehicle and just go at the speed that you're comfortable with and learn to drive, because you never know, someday you might have to drive to get out of a situation if your partner gets injured. So learn how to drive. It's a lot of fun. This is the iconic section of Devil's Racetrack where you see this in a lot of pictures. You've got cliffs on both sides. You're going over the top of the bridge here. It is absolutely crazy and a lot of fun. And if you're not into shelf roads, well, it could get your adrenaline pumping. Let's get going.
right there, so. Yeah, you're going down, and then you're gonna come back up. Keep that line, go there just a little bit, back. Go this way, this way. Not too much, not too much. Now you're gonna start to come up on your driver. Okay. Now come back this way. Drop. Bitch, that way. Okay, straighten out. Come down just a little bit. Slow, slow. Slow. Okay, start going that way a little bit more. Yep. Straighten, straight. Okay, now straighten out this way. And bring it on down. Yep. Passenger, there you go. Hold that line, hold that line. Come on down. Okay, turn just a little. Okay, that way. Passenger, coming down, come down, slow down. Okay, now I want you to bring it on over. Hold that line. Let me get up here. Okay. Bring it. Okay. And then straighten up that way. Yep, there you go. You're okay? Just clear. Okay, hold that. Okay, Carrie, so we're gonna go turn passenger just a little bit, right there. Bring it on down. Okay, and then keep coming. I just want to get your back end up. You do it, you do it. Okay, stop. Now I'm gonna turn with the driver a little bit. Right there, hold that line. And then I'm going to have you straighten out. There you go, hold that line and just bring it down nice and easy. You're on a ramp. And then we're going to bring your driver tire right here. So go passenger, a little bit, right there. And you can hold. There you go. Keep it down, passenger. Okay, keep going straight. Now you're going to drop on your side. So, but it's going to hold you. Okay, now turn that way a little, because you got a big rock at the bottom and I want to get you up over it. Okay, you're good. Now straighten up and come on down and finish it off. Now come my way. Beautiful.
This is shaping up to be a fun section here. Just the right mix of technical, shelf road, and amazing views. So this has been a lot of fun so far. While this looked like a pretty easy line for Philip and his 392, he just couldn't get any traction. So I'm starting to get a little concerned about how I'm going to make it up here in our Gladiator.
Yep, there you go.
Well, I'm not going to have any choice but to try the exact same line that Philip just did.
I will follow
I can only
him.
hope
Don't
that I have
stop.
enough traction to get up. Maybe, in my case, the long wheelbase might actually be an advantage. We'll have to see how that goes.
Don't follow Phil.
Doing good.
The Gladiator being a little bit longer did prove to be an advantage because the front tires would start climbing before the back
Passenger.
tires would hit the ledge. So it allowed me to get some front traction and not have to slide around so much. Yay, Gladiator.
Wow. He will hit the sides.
Put the ramp on the driver.
Hold on a second. I would try to go as a passenger right now as possible, and then hard driver. A little bit more. Okay. Keep. No. You were good. You had a good clearance. Back up few inches. Okay. Now turn driver. Turn driver. Keep straight line right now. Okay. Stop. Okay, you just make more clearance for yourself.
You gotta pick your poison.
Watch that tree. You see, the tree is a bitch too.
Yeah, you're okay.
I'm watching.
You're okay.
You're going down, going down. There you go. You're down.
And you squeaked it.
Driver. Now passenger. Now passenger.
I have got to say, the Swell is one of the coolest places to go wheeling. The views are just incredible. Like I said before, this is easily in my top 5 picks of all time. Just incredible. Fun wheeling with epic scenery. It's really hard to go wrong with a combo like that. We're currently heading up the North Fork of Cold Wash. Then we'll head south on the South Fork of Cold Wash as we get down to Eva Conover. So we still have quite a bit to see today. This section looks different than the rest, which is one of the cool things about the Swell. You can go on one trail, in fact, and see several different types of terrain. We've seen Devil's Racetrack, we saw the Cold Wash areas, and now Eva Conover. Very different, each and every one of them, making for a really, really interesting day. I have got to say that this trail, Eva Conover, is absolutely wild. It's not difficult. It's a relatively easy trail, but these views are out of this world. I just did not expect this, given what we've seen in the last couple days. This is just blowing my mind. I absolutely love this. Man, I really hope the video here is doing this justice. You know, I gotta say, it's often difficult when we're filming and editing a video like this to decide what to show you or how much to show you. Usually we try and stick to the best highlights of any given trail or adventure, but this is just so incredible. It's difficult to pull stuff out of it and make cuts. It's just so much to see here. And you think about this and the length of this video, and it only scratches the surface of what we saw and what we did while we're out here in the swell. So don't think I'm showing you everything, because I most certainly am not. This day that we're on, we're coming up on 6-7 hours of being on the trail already, and this will probably be only an hour-long video. So don't think I'm showing you everything about the trail. There is so much more to see. We took a slight detour here as we head up to this overlook that's going to let you see down into Eagle Canyon, which is where we're going to be next. But gotta stop, gotta take in these sights, because it's pretty amazing. It's kind of hard to beat doing something that you've only seen pictures of before, and that's driving under the I-70 freeway overpasses here, these bridges. It's just, I don't know, there's something kind of magical about it. It's just such a unique opportunity to be here and see this when you've only seen it in pictures and video. So we feel awfully blessed to be here right now, and we're just having an amazing time as we now head down Eagle Canyon and work our way back to camp. We're going to take a little stop here at a trail called the Icebox. And this takes you back to a natural cave that was formed by melting snow and water runoff from the cliffs above. Now it's called the Icebox because of its shaded location and presence of seeps and springs. It tends to be significantly cooler than the surrounding desert. It makes for a refreshing stop, particularly in the heat of summer. So that's how it got its name. Now, in the colder months, the seeps and springs can actually freeze, forming impressive columns of ice, creating a striking contrast with the Red Rock Canyon walls. So, you want to take a little detour? Be sure and check out the Icebox.
Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Look at that. There is like freezer on the top and fridge on the bottom. Is it cold here? Ooh.
Well, it probably stays pretty this even in the 100-degree heat, I bet.
Yeah, if it doesn't get any direct sunlight, it's chilly.
But look how the roots of the trees are here. Jeez.
Came right through, yeah.
Yeah.
Hello!
Okay.
All right, nice shot, Pete.
Big hole in the ground.
You dig it?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Our next stop is Swasey's cabin, and this is kind of an important landmark here in the Swell. The cabin's named after the Swasey family, particularly Joseph, or Joe, who along with his sons and the Nordell brothers built the cabin. The Swasey brothers were prominent figures in the area, known for their cattle ranching and horse wrangling activities in the late 1800s and early 1900s. Their influence is evident in many named features throughout the Swell. The cabin was built in 1921 in what's known as the heart of Sinbad country, within the San Rafael Swell. It was primarily constructed from Douglas fir sourced from nearby Eagle Canyon. It served as a vital shelter or line cabin for the Swasey family and other cowboys who were working their livestock in the remote Swell. Before the cabin was built, they often slept in the open or shallow caves. The Swaseys utilized natural features near the cabin to aid their operations. The icebox, or refrigerator with its deep grotto, was used to store foodstuffs because of its consistent cool temperature to keep things from spoiling. There's also a small cave known as Joe's office, which was used for storing supplies even before the cabin was built. Now, it wasn't just for the Swaseys. It became an important stopping place for anyone with horses in the area. It was reportedly always unlocked and considered a community house, open for anyone to use, reflecting the frontier spirit of shared resources and mutual aid. It's now listed on the National Register of Historic Places and the Utah State Register of Historic Sites, recognizing its importance in preserving the history of ranching and pioneering in the San Rafael Swell. It's been restored by Emery County residents, ensuring its continued presence as a landmark. What an incredible day. From mild to wild and back to mild again, with some really interesting historic places along the way to see. But now we're heading back through the tunnels and back to our base camp. Time to relax and enjoy the rest of the evening with some great company. Well, that was a phenomenal day on the trail. Very, very long. We didn't get back to camp till like 7 o'clock. We're scrambling to make dinner and doing what we can. Now, unfortunately, Bagheera, the driver's side front tire has an intermittent air leak. Sometimes you can hear it hissing and we put air in it and then it goes away and I can't figure out where it's coming from. So that's my project for tomorrow morning, is to figure out where it's leaking from. Is it a puncture that I can fix? Is it a tear that I can fix? Or do I just need to pull the spare down and swap it out? Because I don't want to be having to stop 4 or 5 times during the day to put air in it. So that's where we're at. Is we got that. We got a broken rear sway bar link. That got bent on a previous trip and it finally broke on this trip. So the butt end is a little floppy, not as secure as I would like. We've got some rashing on the wheels. Yep, that happened. I mean, it's a Jeep doing Jeep things. Other than that, it's a great day. So we're gonna have some dinner, sit down, maybe play some games, relax for the evening, and get up and do it again. Trying something a little new this time. This is the Omnia stovetop oven. Kind of cool. So tonight we're having biscuits and gravy, kind of a breakfast for dinner meal. And we're going to try this, see how the biscuits turn out.
No, you don't eat.
All right, show me your plates.
Sounds good.
Biscuits and gravy for dinner.
And then some.
And eggs.
You need some smell-o-vision because this is like awesome.